Hello everyone, my name is Carrie Cashes, and in today's video we are going to be cash stuffing $1,110, and this is actually for 2 weeks in July. It's for the 3rd and 4th week of July. So let's get into it. As I mentioned, I'm doing 2 weeks worth of budgeting, and I actually did my second week of July's budget off camera, and I did that cash stuffing already. So the last video you probably saw was my cash stuffing for the first week of July, and the reason that I just decided to do that is because I have been getting a little bit behind on my weekly budgeting, and so I just went ahead and did the one off camera, and then the 3rd and 4th week I'm doing them together. And then the next video that you will see is going to be a cash unstuffing and a cash condensing and taking a bunch of money to the bank. So we're putting $10 into our emergency fund. We already actually have $2,000 in the account as like a mini emergency fund, and then plus another 100, 200, 10, 15, 20. So we're going to save up like every $1,000 that we save, we put in the bank from this envelope. All right, and then we are going to be putting $40 into utilities. So now we have $20, $40, $60, $80, $90. And this is our utilities buffer. I might start using this to actually pay money towards utilities, or take the money in to pay the bill, but usually we just pay the bill from our checking account and I leave the bill money in there. Gas is also getting 40. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80. And as I mentioned, I did unstuff a bunch of the money in these envelopes. So that way I was able to take that money to the bank and then pay off our credit card. So some of these envelopes you will see will be empty, or they will have a little bit less in them. So $10 is going into trash and recycle. 20, 30, 45. This bill isn't due, I think, until, let's see, we just paid it at the end of June. So probably the end of September is the next one. Quarterly subscriptions is getting 25. This is our pest control. So they come out once a month and they just check and make sure. When we first moved in, we saw a mouse, actually a mouse, saw him in our garage, and he actually ran out into our front lawn. And so we haven't seen any signs since, and we just wanted to make sure that none of that, got worse. So 20, 40, 50, 65, 70 is in pest control. It's like $45 a month for that. Comes out quarterly. And then annual expenses is getting 20. So we have 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 240, 250, 270, 290. Sometimes those 20s trip me up. I think in my last video I started counting weird and doing the 20s as 10s, and it was really funny. Copays is getting 20. I'm actually putting some money in here because we took out some money for a couple of copays, and also I have my annual eye exam in a month, so that is I think a $25 copay. So we have $120, $40, $60, $70. Building this back up, I think it had $250 in here. And then medical we're going to skip this week, but I might start stuffing that again soon. Car registration is getting 5. So let's see. The total we need for car registration I think is 140. We haven't gotten the bill yet this year, but 100, 5, 10, 15, 25. So we're pretty much on target for that. It shouldn't be due until September. And then car care is going to get $40. It usually gets 20 per week, so that's why we're doing 40, because we're doing 2 weeks. So 100, 200, excuse me, 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 410. So the mini goal is 500, and then the long-term goal is 1,000. And then car insurance is getting 40 as well. So now, In car insurance, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, 850, 870, 890, 910, 930, 950, 970, 80, 95. So what is that, 995? Cool. So we're basically like $5 away from 1,000. And then when we get to 1,000, we'll probably put this all in the bank because it's not due until October, I think. And the total amount due is like 1,100. And then car deductible already is fully funded in the bank. So next we're going to move on to our sinking funds. Starting with our sinking funds binder, we actually are going to put a little bit of money into our travel envelope. Let's see, we're going to put 40. Yes. So I kind of stopped stuffing this and now I'm starting to stuff it. We're not really sure about the travel for the rest of the year. We told friends and family that we're not really going to be traveling for like holidays and stuff like that, but maybe we would do like a road trip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 40, 60, 80. So 580. I wouldn't mind having like 1,000 in here just in case, but also 1,000 could go towards home projects and that'd be really cool. So Christmas is getting $80 because normally we do 40 per week. So we're doing 80 in here. I need to condense this really bad. So really looking forward to that next condensing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, $740. So I wouldn't mind having 1,000 in here and then maybe just like chilling with it. But obviously with Christmas, sometimes more is better. More is more. Okay, lawn care is completely emptied. We're going to put $40 in here because we signed up for a yearly subscription. It was on a big 4th of July sale for our yard, and so every like month during the summer they send us a box and with instructions on like if it's time to fertilize your yard or seed your yard, well, not in that order, but and then water it, how to help it be drought tolerant, like all that stuff and different things. So $80, let's see. Yeah, so we're doing 20, 40, 60, 80 into household, trying to build this back up. So 20, 40, 60, 80, $120 in household. And then home projects is empty because we took all the money out to pay for the home projects that we've done. We went to IKEA actually, and I think we had $380 something saved up in here, and we spent about $360 at IKEA. Plus, of course, you have to eat while you're at IKEA, so we spent all of that money. HOA fees is getting 30. Normally it gets 15 per week, so 10 or 20, 30, 40, 55, $60 in HOA fees, and this is due trying to think. This envelope is coming apart a little bit. I'll have to fix it. Run it through the laminator one more time. And then home deductible. We're using this tracker here. It is getting $130, and I believe it's because I did this 65 plus 20, so that's 85 plus 45 should be 130. I think that's how I did it because I did 65 and 65. So $130 going into here for 2 weeks worth there. Yeah. So now we have 100, 150, 170, 190, $200. Grab this to color these in. And I'll be not really focusing on this extremely quickly, but I would love to have this by the end of the year, but that's quite the stretch. So hopefully in a year we will have this filled up, and then next week or the first week of August we'll continue this and we'll just go down this way. I saw Lena from Budget with Lena. She fills them out this way, and I was like, oh, that's a little bit nicer, I think. I don't know. You can do it all the way across horizontally or vertically. It doesn't really matter. Spring cleaning is getting $20, preparing for like a fall and spring clean, so now it has 40. And then we took some money out of family fun, but still has a good amount, so it's getting 20. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 25, 35, 40. So still have 140 in family fun, which is good. Beauty was depleted because I refilled all of our shampoo and conditioner, but it still has 45 now. Same thing with skincare. It has nothing, and it's going to get 20. And then clothing is going to get 10. So we have 20, 40, 50, 65. And then let's see, gifts is getting 10. The amount that I took out of here was $60 for my dad's birthday present, which was early July. So we still have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95. And then we'll just keep putting maybe $10 a week in here through the end of the year. And my father-in-law's birthday is in October, and that's pretty much the only other birthday. So our family has way too many kids to like get every kid a birthday present. Between my husband's family, they have, I don't even know, probably like 15 kid cousins. And then my immediate family had, each one of them have at least 2 kids, and some of them have 5 or 6 each. So there's just no. we just don't worry about that. $20 is going into special occasions. It usually gets 10 per week, so we're doing 2 weeks. 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 50, 60. So good amount in special occasions. We'll probably use this money for our anniversary. We'll just like go to dinner, maybe go overnight somewhere, a little day trip, something like that. That is in December. So next up is our savings challenge binder, and this is going to be super fun because we are actually finishing our $1,000 savings challenge, because what the idea was is to finish out this row here this week, and then the 4th week of July where we would do this row, but since we're doing the 3rd and 4th weeks, we're going to be doing all of it. So this should total to $150. So I'll have to color all these in, which I'll probably do off camera, but we're going to put $150, and then let's go ahead and count it. It should be $1,000, and this is going to replenish our savings account because we paid, or should I say our checking account buffer, because we paid the $950 to the arborist to take down that tree. So I also probably need some suggestions on how do you make a tree stump look pretty in your yard, because now all we have is a tree stump. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 455, 556, 657, 750, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, $1,000. Cool. I had to think about a second. So that's $1,000. Actually, you know what? It is kind of satisfying to watch people finish off a savings challenge. So let me just speed through this really quickly as we color these in. Alright, how cool is that? $1,000 savings challenge done. This is from IEA Plans. I did it as a digital download, and it also kind of looks like the $3,000 deductible savings challenge that I have going. This pen, the tip of it is like totally messed up, so don't judge me for my coloring. It's really my pen's fault. So that's really cool. In the next video, we'll be unstuffing this, taking it back to the bank, and also doing a cash condensing. Next up, we have our 2024 Savings Challenge, where we're going to be saving $2,024. This week, it is getting 35 plus 20, which is $55. So 55. And then we already have 5, 6, 7, 800 in the bank. So then we are going to add that to the cash. So we have 152, 253, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 470, 5 or no, that's 490, 510, 530, 550, 570, 580, 90, 600, 10, 25, 35, 45, 55. So that should be 655. Boy, I'm having a time with these 20s. I usually actually don't have that hard of a time. But anyway, we'll be unstuffing all of this too, putting placeholders in here and updating that at the end of July as well. So that'll be exciting. And then I have this really cool scratch off challenge from Stuff and Budget. And since I am doing the last 2 weeks, I already scratched off some of this, and I kind of like got mixed up of like which ones I scratched. So I had to like cross them off just with the marker. So what we're going to do is we're going to scratch off the rest of these. So this one is a 5. This one's a 3. And then this one is a 9. Because we want to do this whole challenge in this 1 month. So we already have, we did use this extra little scratch off that she gave us for $4. So in total, I basically rounded up $1 instead of $50 plus 4. We're just going to do 55. So the total in here that we're stuffing this week is $35 because we have 20 already. So we're going to do 20, 30, 5. So this challenge is a total of $50, and we were supposed to stuff 15 this week, and then the next week would have been, 8, 9 would have been 18. And then so I just went ahead and combined them together since it was 2 weeks. So now we have 20, 30, 40, 5, 50, and then the extra $5 that I just rounded up from the $4 scratch off that we have. So that's really fun. This is probably going to go straight into our home projects binder at the end of the month. And then we will start a new savings challenge scratch off next month. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And then our monthly savings challenge. Oh my gosh, I have all these little scratch off pieces. Our monthly savings challenge is getting $100. So it's getting this last $100 here for the 30 and the 70 for the last 2 weeks of the month. So color those in. I cannot believe how quickly the months have gone this year. So we have 150, 60, which is a total of all of these three together. This will also go towards our home projects envelope and funds for August. But yeah, I can't believe how quickly this year has gone and how everything has just flown by. So we are now done with our July cash stuffings. We completed week 3 and 4. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video, which is going to be my mini Mondays, mini savings challenges. Of course, I do those once a week, and then also my end of the month cash condensing. I'm going to take all this money back to the bank. So I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye.